We have finally received everything we're using for my third grader in our first year of homeschooling. Hello and welcome back to Raising Disciples Academy. I'm Jenny, a Jesus-loving mama to 4 boys who I am raising up to be strong disciples in the Lord. We have finally received everything we're using for my third grader in our first year of homeschooling. So I want to walk through our curriculum choices with you, why we chose it, whether our California Public Charter School will fund it, and what our tentative schedule will be for our first year. I am so glad you're here today, and if you want to stick around and watch as my family dives into our first year of homeschooling, please like, subscribe, and say hi in the comments. So let's just get right into our very first year of third grade homeschool curriculum choices. First, I wanted to share our daily checklist that I created for each one of our boys. It will help them remember each class that we want them to complete for the day. However, I do want to point out right away that this is more for me than them. I get pretty distracted with everything that we have going on in our family, and I am 100% a checklist girl. I like to see everything that needs to be done right in front of me and check it off as I go. I literally do this each morning for myself for everything that I need to get done during the day. So I am just passing down what works for me so that I can see what needs to be done for the day. And man, if I do not make a checklist for my day, my tasks just don't get done. And I'm definitely not gonna be like a miser about this. I just want the boys to have an enjoyable experience and be as organized as possible. Next, let's talk about our morning menu. So this is our morning menu. We'll have some things that we do as a family, including watching a quick World Watch video. These are just quick, easy to watch daily news reels that were created by Christian journalists so we can see what's going on in the world and how we can pray for it. Then we just move on to a brief family meeting and prayer time. We'll just ask each boy how they're feeling, how they're doing, and how we can pray for them. Ask if they have anything that they want to share that they're thankful for, and ask what their plans are for the day and what they have going on. After that brief family meeting, we'll go ahead and get into our prayer. And typically, my husband Anthony has been doing prayers over our family before he heads out the door for quite a while now. And I think what we're gonna plan on doing is shifting that so that each day, each person has a day where they can open in prayer, and then we'll go ahead and have Anthony close in prayer for us. Then it's time for individual work. For Rhett, my third grader, we're going to be focusing a lot on literacy this year. He does tend to struggle a bit with spelling, letter sounds, and sound blending. And we haven't gotten any official diagnoses or anything on a learning disability, but my prayer is that working one-on-one with him will really give him a lot of confidence in his reading and relieve him from some of the pressures of his struggles. So first, we plan to get my third grader and my kindergartner together along with myself and do a little bit of worship time. My plan for this is just to put on a YouTube playlist and sing along with some of the kid worship videos that are out there. Nothing really specific or by a certain person or group, just things that I found that I really like and enjoy, and I think that my boys will too. And I can start creating that playlist and link it in the description and here as well. Man, my prayer for my future in this is that since my oldest is learning how to play guitar, is that he will learn how to play some worship songs, and then we can gather together as a family and do some family worship. Then once we kind of settle down from that, we are going to toggle between Fix-It Grammar, Nose Tree, level 1, or we're gonna switch it up and do The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting, level 3. Fix-It Grammar is just a quick lesson exercise where he can open up this book and simply read a sentence and see where the grammatical errors are, and then he just writes it down how it should be written. And I just think that it's a really simple way that he can warm up his brain and get started for the day. For this, I was able to purchase this using charter school funding. For The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting, we went with level 3. He's done really well with writing his letters, beyond sometimes getting those B's, D's, and P's and Q's mixed up, which happens. So I thought that level 3 would be appropriate for him to start learning cursive. For this workbook, I did have to pay out of pocket because it does include some faith-based content, and anything that the charter school purchases has to be secular. After that, he has 2 Evan Moore workbooks that he can work on and alternate each day. We have Maps of the USA and we have Spelling, Games, and Activities. We have Maps of the USA and we also have Spelling, Games, and Activities for grade 3. And our charter school was able to provide funding for both of these books. Then I will give him the option between reading or getting out his iPad. Super dirty, sorry. And here he can access his digital online library from the app Sora, which the charter school provided to us. Ideally, he'll read for about 10 to 20 minutes on his own. It's kind of a short time only because I know how frustrated he gets and I just want to break it into small blocks. We have a ton of books that we've accumulated over the years that he could choose from, but with Sora, he has access to many more and he can choose an audio style or he can read out loud or to himself. Through funding with our charter school, we were able to get this iPad and they actually provided Sora to us for free. Then last but not least for morning work, I'll have him choose between The Good and the Beautiful Spelling, level 3, and Lexia on the iPad. As I was peeking through, The Good and the Beautiful Spelling might be a little advanced for what Rhett needs, but we'll see how it goes. And if I feel that he needs to go down a level, I will certainly accommodate that. Lexia is actually a program that we were introduced to through my boys' public school, and it's really helped each of them learn the fundamentals of language arts. It's in a game and level format, and it really just kind of hounds things into their minds, but in a fun way. Then we have our core subjects. We'll just do a quick run through of everything I have here because honestly, I don't really know anything about them yet. But it's what we've got and we're going to try it out. First, we have something that I'm really excited about. This is Astronomy from Apologia. Rhett loves all things space. He once had the cutest little space room when he was a toddler. And he's just really intrigued with space and planets and stars. So when I saw that Apologia had astronomy, I knew that he had to do it. I am most excited for this because it is science with a biblical worldview. It's definitely a splurge. My parents offered to help us out with it, but with the direction we're going with for the boys' education, I knew that it was going to be worth it. So Rhett got the textbook, the notebooking journal, and the activity guide, which is something that I think I decided that we're only going to do on Fridays, and we'll just pick an activity that we talked about from the textbook for the week. And because this is a faith-based curriculum, this is something that the charter school did not purchase for us. Then we have Language Arts Level 3 from The Good and the Beautiful. You guys, I probably should have heeded the advice and did the assessment for Rhett because I do believe this might be a little more advanced than what he's ready for. But that's okay. We're going to try it out. We're going to see how he does. And if he starts to struggle at all, I definitely will go down to the next level. The Good and the Beautiful does have assessments that you can take that will help you decide which level to get your child. I did not do that before I actually purchased that, and then I saw that you can do that. And I'm thinking that I probably could have gone down a level or 2. We'll see how it goes, and definitely not going to make him suffer if he can't figure this stuff out yet. Again, this was a curriculum that we did have to pay out of pocket for. Next up is math, and we are doing, yet again, The Good and the Beautiful. We're doing Math 3, and look how adorable this little math box is. It's so cute. It has little dry erase little board in there, as well as some manipulatives. I mean, look at this little tape measure. So cute. This is such a beautiful curriculum, and just reminds me of like simpler times with the watercolor artwork. It's just really well and beautifully done. Now, our school did not purchase the math book. However, they did purchase the math box, this scratch paper that we can use that's like graph paper, these multiplication flashcards, and access to their musical multiplication and their little books. So not the actual course, but all of the supplemental items, which is really helpful. Moving on to social studies, we'll actually be doing US Geography on Mia Academy. So to take a break from book work, I thought it would be good for him to learn how to take an online class. And since our charter school will purchase an annual membership to Mia Academy, we decided to go that route. This class features videos that he can watch and online practice, as well as PDFs that he can do. We've actually used Mia Academy all summer for him to kind of stay on top of his language arts, and he really loves it and has done really well with it. Speaking of Mia Academy, he's actually going to also be doing an art class once a week for an elective type class. One really cool thing about Mia Academy is that when you sign up as a member, you get access to all of their classes from TK to 8th grade. And you can just pick and choose when, what, and how you want your kids to do them. I also got The Good and the Beautiful Typing 1, just because typing is a really big part of our world. And it's just a really good skill, like writing, to instill into our children at a young age. And we'll likely only do this like twice a week or whenever we have some quiet time. And to put a cherry on top of it all, we're going to be doing PE at least once a week with a local co-op that we found. But beyond that, we do plan to do a lot of walking, hiking, going to the pool, the beach, and making sure that we're just active throughout the day. And there you have it. That is our 3rd grade curriculum for the 2024-2025 school year, our very first year of homeschooling. Of course, there is a lot of apprehension and thoughts of, is this the right thing for him? But honestly, I love the freedom of the homeschool model. And if a curriculum isn't working out so well for him, we could just go back and adjust to something that works better for him. Though I don't plan on curriculum hopping too much because I am so set in structure, I know that that's something that I might have to let go of, especially in our first year. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you found anything valuable here, please follow along in our family's journey. Please hit the notification bell and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know the thoughts of the curriculum choices that we chose in the comments. Be blessed today and raise your disciples in love. See you soon.